It was about 4 a.m. when a lightning bolt struck our home. It was the loudest and most frightening sound we'd ever heard. It jolted Aideen and I right out of our sleep. It sounded like a hole was blown right through our bedroom ceiling. Now, this was not a dream. It was real. And we knew lightning hit our house because we could smell something burning. I imagine the disciples felt just as frightened, probably even more, because they had lightning, thunder, and waves all around them, water literally pouring into the boat. They were surely about to drown. And where was Jesus? Fast asleep in the boat. How in the world does someone sleep through something like that? I couldn't. The disciples couldn't, and they asked him, "Aren't you afraid that we're all gonna die?" For some reason, he wasn't. Now, growing up, I thought it was because Jesus was different. He was the Son of God. He was never afraid of anything. But just because he wasn't afraid in that moment doesn't mean he didn't have any emotions. He was not looking forward to dying on the cross. He actually asked the Father 3 times if there was any other way for us to be saved. But as you know, there was no other way. So despite how horrifying it was, he received the strength to go to the cross and the power to rise from the dead, to reconnect you and I with our Father. I believe that's why he wasn't afraid of the very real wind and waves. He always knew there was more to his story, that he was not going to die in some boat, in some storm, on some sea. Yes, Jesus is the phenomenal wonder who speaks to winds and waves, but what I find more amazing is that he sleeps peacefully through storms. Jesus could have slept all the way across the boisterous sea because he had unshakable inner peace. He knew something the disciples didn't, that God had many important things for him to do. He was confident in God's plan. When we have an awareness of God's presence and an unmovable confidence in his plan for our lives, we can still the storms that rage within. You see, Jesus said, "My peace I give you, not like the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." God gives us his very presence. He shares his plans for us with us. Peace comes from understanding, knowing our purpose, and resting in the fact that God is with us, and he will see us through. Think of it as resting in motion. If Jesus can sleep on a boat in the middle of a storm, you can have great peace too in every storm, because God is with you.